All right, this story comes out of Denver, Colorado. Black elementary school girls told to go back to effing Africa called the N-word during racist tirade that disrupted Denver City Council meeting. The two black elementary school children who spoke in front of the Denver City Council earlier this week were verbally attacked by an audience member via Zoom who called them the N-word and told them go back to effing Africa. The kids were part of a chaperone group of students from Monarch Montessori School who were set to speak at a city council meeting on Monday to advocate for multiple school plans. The two young black girls, one in fourth and the other in fifth grade, are part of the student leadership committee at their school. They went before the council to promote an idea to build a yurt, which would be used for music classes and provide additional classroom space. Westward reports that less than a minute into their speech, a female-sounding voice interrupted their remarks via Zoom and launched into a racist rant that lasted for about 30 seconds as council staff scrambled to boot the caller from the meeting. During the tirade, the caller used statements like, "You effing little N-words, and you should remove the N-words, or better yet, the Jews that brought them there." The outburst made one girl break out in tears. She had to be escorted from the podium by her teacher, while the other bravely chose to start her speech over. Oh, boy. You hear about stories like this all over. It's there. It's always been there. It's not going away. What I do is I bring these stories so people will actually see what really goes on out here, because stories like this almost never make the global news or, the big nightly news show. You'll see it probably in that area, and that's about it. But stories like this, they choose not to cover. They don't want you to see that racism still exists. And these are two children, 4th and 5th grade. For somebody to do that to two children, you beneath human. Let me quit and continue with the story. The words were vile, as was the character of a person who would actively seek to say these words to two beautiful and courageous young girls, Counsel Jamie Torres said in a statement issued the day after the meeting. These youth gathered the bravery to bring their voices to their city council representatives to improve their school and community. We honor and praise these two young voices and condemn anyone who would attack them and any other member of our community. But what are they doing about the person that committed this act? They need to do something about that. I don't care if it's community service or jail time. Something need to happen for actions like that towards a child. That's just sick individual. The outburst derailed the part of the meeting reserved for public comment, thwarting plans for two more Monarch Montessori students to speak about establishing safe and accessible crossing areas around the school. However, all the students were allowed to give their speeches to council members afterward in private. Some council members also stayed after the meeting to provide support and speak with their families, according to a spokesperson. Giovanni Brock, the girl's teacher, said it was painful to witness her students be subjected to such heinous behavior. Absolutely, as a black woman, bringing these young black students to the city council and getting them so excited, it was something she was doing for the very first time. Seeing them so excited and then having to face it was excruciating, Brock said. Everyone's response was jaw hitting the floor. Monarch Montessori Executive Director Laura Preddy, said the school is organizing an event alongside the school board to celebrate the children for their bravery. I was so proud of the girls for the work they did to prepare and to go before the city council to speak, Peretti said. To have something like that happen, it worries me that it could scare a young person away from engaging in democratic systems and using their voice to advocate for things that they care about. No, say what it is. For something like that to happen to a child, that's got to be pretty hard for a child. You in front of a bunch of people speaking, and somebody get on the intercom Zoom and start spewing racism. That's got to be tough on those two little girls. Now, adults should be able to deal with. I know these people exist, and if it was something said to me, I would have said something real greasy right back to you. Let me continue. City Council administrative staff is investigating the incident, which they called a breach. A breach, huh? I bet. I mean, I guarantee they had some kind of way to screen these people to get up on the Zoom. If they didn't, they need to start. But I'm pretty sure they did. They're not just going to let anybody up on these Zoom calls. So what could be the issue is that whoever screens the callers knew that person and decided to let them up just to get a good laugh. That's something people might want to look into. All right, let me continue. City Council administrative staff is investigating the incident, which they called a breach, quotations. Staffers usually mute all members of the public who watch the council meetings through Zoom until they're called on to speak. So why was this person allowed to just go on a racist rant then? Now, something's not adding up. Call logs revealed the name of the person responsible for the rant was Charla Nash, but council administrators think it's a fake since it's the name of a woman who made headlines after being attacked by a chimp in 2009. They're currently working to determine how that person disrupted the call and work to enact better preventative measures. That they had to endure these racist actions and words in our chamber brings us pain, Torres said. According to Westword, the Denver City Council condemns any hate speech and wants those responsible to know it only serves to motivate us on City Council, 2 of whom are African American, 6 of whom are Latino, and all of whom will continue to serve proudly as anti-racist council and community members. Sound like a bunch of bullshit to me. Someone, whoever is screening these calls, has responsibility for this racist rant. Because whoever screened the caller knew who that person was and thought it would be funny to let them up and speak when those little girls got to talking. I will try to find the number to the city council and post it in the description. If you got time, give them a call and ask them who was the person screening the calls on this Zoom. That's what I would like to know. All right. Till the next one. Let me know what you think in the comments.